Hello, hello, my illuminated souls. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in today. We are going to be doing a love reading for the collective. So we're going to pull 3 cards and get some messages to see what we might need to hear, what we might need to see, anything that might be important for us to know in regards to love. Right. So, the overall energy we have here is the devil. So, a lot of times when the devil appears in love readings, it has a lot to do with, it could be toxic behaviors, toxic patterns, or it could be like a higher level of commitment or some type of solid offer coming in. And being since this card is backed up by this 4 of Cups, I'm kind of thinking that could possibly be what's going on here, right? But let's take a closer look. So the first card we have here is the 6 of Wands. So a lot of times people see the 6 of Wands as winning, as being in the winner's circle, as being celebrated. So this energy in compilation with the devil energy of possibly like commitment, leveling up, things of that nature. This could be, you're finally getting what you want out of a certain situation. You're finally, receiving the good, positive things from this relationship. It could be that in the past there were a lot of toxic behaviors, a lot of toxic patterns in your relationship and your love life, right? But now you could be entering into a time where you have grown, you have learned, you have changed, you have healed, right? So now you're able to draw in, better situations, more committed situations, right? More grounded, stable things. And then we have the 2 of Swords, right? Or the 2 of Spears in this deck. So this speaks to making decisions, kind of trying to choose which direction you would like to go in. So it could be that now, since you've leveled up and you've grown, people around you are starting to notice and they're starting to change, right? And they're coming in with these offers, with these commitments, right? But it's up to you. Do you want to move forward and go down this path with this person and go on this journey? Or, are you going to make the decision to leave them behind because, possibly the things that they've done in the past are too much for you to accept, And then we have the Fool. So the Fool is like, it could be being foolish, but the Fool is also about taking risks and starting on a new journey, right? So if you're debating on whether or not that you want to move forward, with this offer, with this commitment, you have to ask yourself, is this a risk that you're willing to take? Do the pros outweigh the cons? Do the benefits outweigh whatever negative, things are associated with this relationship, with this person, with this situation, But the way that I see it, the ball is in your court. So it's all up to you. And there's really never a right or wrong decision, right? It's just a decision that will either, put you on the path going straight towards your goal, or it's going to be a decision where you're going to have to kind of go off the path a little bit. You might have some negative things happen, some lessons you have to learn. It might take you a little bit longer going that way, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the wrong decision. There aren't any right or wrong, good or bad. They just are. And it's all about what type of, thought processes you put behind them. Like if you're a positive person and you think about things in a positive way, then you'll see them in a positive light. But if you're a negative person, you'll see things in a negative light, right? So It's all about you and what you decide and what you wish to do and what you think is beneficial and what you think is best for you. You know, it's not really about what anybody else thinks, or, you know, oh, she should leave him alone, or oh, he shouldn't deal with her, or it's really up to you. But just know that depending on what you do decide, you're either fast tracking yourself or, you know, you're delaying your progress. So that's just a little bit to think about, you know, because sometimes it's like these people we have these ties with and we're connected with them, right? But if the situation has become toxic, you know, sometimes we have to learn to let those things go, no matter how bad we want to hold on to them. So, you know, when you're making these decisions, just make sure that what you're deciding is not going to end up hurting you more in the end, right? But the power is yours. The choice is yours. It's up to you to decide. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope that brought you some clarity. I hope that helped you to, you know, put things into perspective so that you can make better decisions moving forward, right? So thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Much love and the blessings and abundance to you all. Thank you.